So a lot of times we have people that look at our track records. They don't want to trust us. We try to give them advice. We share our wisdom, but they don't listen to us. They think that we have to achieve things to rise above them before they will listen to us. And then later on, what we tried to tell them will happen. Where it's like we try to warn them, but they'll get offended and they'll get defensive, and then they'll start to attack things that they know that may bother us because they kind of feel like they know us. But if we're confident, we're not going to worry about what they say, because it's not about getting even or taking, seeking revenge. It's about helping people to realize their potential in doing things. And you try to help them, but they think that you're helping them for a reason, and that's why they're not willing to listen to you, because they're thinking that you have some type of hopes. And maybe they have some type of hopes and expectations, but they want to make sure that you don't have hopes and expectations. But at the same time, they hold theirs inside. So that is the reason why people are not willing to always trust what you try to tell them, because they think like, why are you being nice? Why are you spending time with me? And why are you trying to help me? They're kind of skeptic, because people in their past have wanted to do things, but in exchange they want something in return. So it's kind of like not like a trade-off, in a way, like a give and take. It's like, I do this and then you give me this. But if you're willing to help people out and do good things, and people are willing to trust you and believe in your advice and your wisdom, then I think that they could really achieve a lot. If they start to judge your background, they don't want to be judged because they feel like that they're always being judged. But nobody's judging them, but they always feel judged. If they feel that way, then they're not really going to receive your wisdom. They're going to feel that you're trying to tell them what to do and trying to control their life, trying to criticize them. It's like these feelings they have inside them. They'll think that you're always talking behind their back or being two-faced, and they just have all these fears because they have unresolved issues, and they also have, maybe there's other things going on with them, like more psychological things that are left untreated. So they just allowed themselves to live life with these problems, with these vulnerabilities. Or maybe they know what's going on in their life. It's just that you try to teach certain people and they're not willing to listen to you. And then one day in the future, you start to see what you were trying to teach them happening. Like, you see the effects of it. That if they would have listened to you and been more consistent, and they would have really, received some of your wisdom and applied some of the techniques or advice that you were giving them, then they would have gotten the best results. Because it's not always about results. It's about that someone's willing to help you. Someone's willing to guide you, and they care to do that because you were able to build like a strong friendship or a meaningful relationship. And they sometimes get bitter, petty, and they get offended, and they feel that the way that they're going to respond to you after you try to tell them something, after you're trying to be honest and share something, is that they're going to be really petty with you and condescending. Condescending is this that I'm better than you and that I'm not going to listen to you, that what you say doesn't matter, I'm not going to respect you. And that's common, because people sometimes, you see the recent public feud between two beauty influencers, and there's all this conflict, and it's seeping out into the public, and they can't really resolve their issues in private. It's because now people, if they feel like that they help somebody, then now that person should, in a way, give back to them. Because if they're a good person and they're willing to do things out of the kindness of their heart, then they're not going to have these like bitter feelings, like, and get hurt when something doesn't go their way, like somebody doesn't promote their product or do something for them. Then that means that they had secret hopes and expectations, like, I'm going to help this person, but I want them to make sure that they support me too, and to do things. And I don't do things that way. Like, I like to support people that I believe in, and if they are not willing to, use my tips or advice, that's fine. And I don't need credit. Like, I could do things for people, I could help them, I could write for them, I could be behind the scenes, and nobody will know who I am. And I don't need like credit. I don't need to be like, by the way, I wrote that, or I did this. I could do things without credit because I have a gift of writing, gift/talent, and I don't need like someone else to give me compliments that I could, feel good about myself that I could do it, So sometimes people don't listen to you, and they get angry, and then later on the things that you're trying to warn them about happen. So if you have a YouTube channel, be consistent, respect your subscribers, and don't disappear for a few years and not share what's going on in your life. Because if you want to build engagement, then make sure you keep your audience in the loop. If you're having tough times, or if you're having success, or everything, keep them in the loop. You can't just come back. That's like neglecting something. It's like if you had a dog or a cat and you took care of it and you just disappeared for a few years, they're not going to be happy with you. And that's why if you disappear and you come back and you're not consistent, then they're not going to respect you because you didn't respect them. You didn't show that they mattered. And that if you have a YouTube channel, if you have any social media, you have to be active. And if things are going on, you tell your audience, like, I'm going through some tough times. I like to, be honest with you guys and stuff like that. You can be open. You don't have to share everything. You could be open because you appreciate them. Because the thing is that they're helping you to build a brand that is going to help you to achieve your goals. So in a way, you both need each other. So when you're just disappearing and you're not showing up and keeping tabs on things you want to, like, if you're like an influencer, like sharing things, people are gonna there's gonna be a disconnect. And that's why it's important to be consistent. I mean, it's hard to be consistent, but some people are really passionate and they're doing it for the right reasons. That's why they're able to be consistent. They're able to do things because they're doing it for the right reasons, not because they need value or they need to love themselves. They're doing it because they have fun doing it and they enjoy what they can do, and they enjoy every part of it, and they find happiness in doing it. If you do that, you'll be consistent. So try to listen to people. You don't have to do what they want to do. You take the good out of what they're trying to tell you, and realize that that they're trying to help you. And if you're like going to resist and you're going to be rude and mean and disrespectful to them, then that's not fair for the person that spends time and energy with you. So be fair, and remember, value yourself, respect yourself, love yourself. Peace out.